And the state asking a judge to throw out his order for a new trial in the case of Andre Ellis. Good evening, everyone. I'm Samuel King. Dimitri is off tonight. Well, Karen and Tim, it's early morning in London and the situation remains very active.
The chase involving Smith County deputies that we first told you about is breaking news last night.
A White House man is behind bars tonight after leading deputies on that chase, which ended on the Mercy Ship's property near Lindale. And the reason he told deputies why he took off may be a bit hard to believe. Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle say they're confident a deal can get done, but they're running out of time.
You've been tracking how much taxpayer money is really at stake here.
And Paige and Mark, apparently this all began last year, according to these documents I obtained today, and that concern continues right now. Well, Tim, definitely a festive atmosphere here in downtown Minneapolis outside of First Avenue. The doors opened just about an hour ago for the all-night dance party here at First Avenue, a venue that meant so much to Prince over the years. In Coffee County, an Enterprise couple goes to pick up their child from daycare only to find the business closed. And there's no sign of their baby. And when officials with that daycare are called, there's no answer. Reporter Hannah Lane finds out what happened next.
This is WSFA 12 News at 6.
WSFA 12 News first on the air and on the web with word authorities arrested DeAndre Lee and Selma this morning. He's the man accused of murdering 9-year-old twins and their caretaker. Team 12 coverage of the arrest and reaction from Selma starts in just a moment. But first, breaking news from Tallahassee. State troopers are on the scene of a wreck that happened on Interstate 85 this afternoon. One of the drivers was injured. Southbound lanes of the interstate are shut down right now at the Tallahassee exits. That's video provided by a viewer for us. And as you can see, traffic backed up for miles. Troopers say they are working to clear the roadway at this hour. Stay with WSFA 12 News and WSFA.com for more on this story, and we'll let you know when the interstate reopens, I-85 in Tallahassee. More breaking news just in from Dallas County. A Selma man is in serious condition after getting shot less than 3 hours ago. Police say it happened around 3:30 in the 1900 block of Keller Avenue. When investigators arrived on the scene, they found the victim on the ground with a gunshot wound. Samuel Baskin was arrested right away in connection with the shooting. He'll be charged. The victim's name for now has not been released, but we do know that he was taken to a hospital here in Montgomery. A busy Saturday of news, and we're glad you're with us tonight. I'm Samuel King. A statewide manhunt for the man accused of killing 3 people, including 2 Montgomery children, is over. DeAndre Lee faces murder charges in connection with the deaths of 9-year-old twins Taylor and Jordan DeJarnett and their caregiver, 73-year-old Jack McGirdner. They were reported missing on Monday from Hope Hall and found dead in rural Lowndes County on Wednesday. Selma's police chief first confirmed word of Lee's arrest at WSFA 12 News just before noon. We've been keeping you updated on air and online since that time. After his arrest, agents drove Lee to Montgomery to be interrogated at the Alabama Bureau of Investigation headquarters. WSFA 12 News reporter Bethany Wells is live there with the latest on this developing story. And Bethany, Lee was brought in under heavy security.
That's right, Sam. ABI officers brought Lee into custody. He is likely to be moved and booked at the Lowndes County Jail since that is the scene of the crime. But Sam, we're still working to confirm that next step.
All right, Bethany, we'll wait for that word. We also reached out to the family of the Montgomery twins who were killed. At this point, they're not commenting on Lee's arrest. Meanwhile, we have learned the funerals for Taylor and Jordan DeJarnett are set for Monday at 1 p.m. at Free Will Missionary Baptist Church in Montgomery. Arrangements for Jack McGirdner have not been released as of yet. From the day that DeAndre Lee was named as a person of interest in this case, authorities focused their manhunt for him in Dallas County and Selma. During that time, Selma was a city on edge. Today's news brings a sense of relief. WSFA 12 News reporter Brian Henry continues our Team 12 coverage from there.
The end of the game for
And WSFA 12 News has learned a woman Lee was staying with has also been taken into custody, but it's not clear at this point whether she'll face any charges. Many of you have been tracking this case on WSFA.com, and right now on our website you can find the raw video of Lee being brought into the ABI headquarters and the latest on this case in a series of web stories. And you can also keep up with this and other breaking news stories by downloading the WSFA 12 News app. It's free for your smartphone and iPad.
This is CBS 19 News at 10.
A suspect asking for help after leading Smith County deputies on a high-speed chase.
We'll show you the dramatic end of the crash and tell you why the man says he didn't want to stop. Good evening. I'm Jillian Sheridan.
And I'm Samuel King in for Mike Landis. We'll get to that chase video in just a minute, but first, rain is returning to East Texas, and it brings with it the chance for thunderstorms.
We go straight over to Chief Meteorologist John Adams for a preview of the forecast. John, continuing coverage now, the chase involving Smith County deputies that we first told you about is breaking news last night.
A White House man is behind bars tonight after leading deputies on that chase, which ended on the Mercy Ship's property near Lindale. And the reason he told deputies why he took off may be a bit hard to believe. Charles Brown is being held tonight in the Smith County Jail, facing charges of evading arrest. Search crews are waiting until daylight to comb the area of the French Alps where a German jetliner crashed. 150 people were on board and are presumed dead. CBS's Tina Kraus reports the Airbus was on its way from Spain to Germany when it went down mid-flight. Germanwing is a subsidiary of Lufthansa Airlines, which said the doomed plane was just inspected on Monday. The White House says there's no indication terrorism was involved. Indiana joins 8 other states in passing a controversial right to try law that allows doctors to prescribe experimental drugs to terminally ill patients. The treatments have cleared the first phase of FDA testing. Right to try advocates say many desperate patients don't have long to wait, but opponents say unapproved drugs could do more harm than good for patients. Surveillance video shows what happened the night 2 Secret Service agents answered a call for a suspicious package at the White House while reportedly drunk. The video shows the agents nudge a temporary barrier with their SUV not far from where a potential bomb sits. The video shown during a hearing today with Secret Service Director Joe Clancy. He says the Department of Homeland Security is investigating the incident. In the meantime, the 2 agents have been reassigned to desk duty. Jackson Heights firefighter killed in a tragic accident will have his name live on at the Volunteer Firefighters Memorial in Austin. 20-year-old Jalen Smith was on his way to a call in December of 2012 when he and 2 other firefighters were involved in a crash. Tomorrow, his name will be unveiled at a ceremony alongside more than 30 fellow emergency responders outside the state capitol building. A man who has spent his entire law enforcement career with the Longview Police Department is now the new assistant chief. Lieutenant Carlos Samples was sworn into office this morning. He has been with the department 28 years.
Congratulations. Still ahead tonight on CBS 19 News at 10. Scary moments for students after a bus crashes into a home.
Coming up, a family inside the home lucky to be alive.
And a young boy in foster care has suffered a lot, and now he is looking for a forever family to help him move forward. Meet Garrett next in Children Are a Gift.
And for some local East Texans, tests can be tricky. However, some found ways to manage the stress that comes from test taking. People came to Rice Elementary tonight to learn how to prepare students for the State of Texas Assessments of Academic Readiness Tests, otherwise known as the STAR exams. People and students, parents and students, as well as teachers, learned brain gym exercises to help de-stress before taking standardized tests. The session was run by 5th grade teacher Sherry Kane from ARP. Kane says the lessons learned tonight were about looking past the STAR test. Kane says that children should stay hydrated and drink more water during the exams. Also, it's a good idea to never change your child's routine before taking a major exam. No big deal. Just pass the test.
And brain gym is amazing. More parents and school districts should look into it because it's amazing what it can do for children.
Looks interesting.
Yeah. Still ahead tonight, Louisiana deputies respond to a call that looked like a circus.
Coming up, we'll show you why elephants were helping out a stalled truck.
And hear from a student who jumped into action right after the school bus she was on crashed into a home. Her story next. A close call for a Pennsylvania family and students after a school bus crashes into a home. One
of the students on board that bus quickly jumped into action, getting everyone off. Reporter Steve Patterson tells us it's a miracle no one inside the home was seriously hurt in the crash. Dallas Cowboy greats gave their thoughts on the team's controversial signing.
Daryl Johnston, Troy Aikman, some names folks will remember. They know a lot about being a Cowboy and about winning. They weighed in on the Greg Hardy signing, plus producing offensively. I
always say save it for the season when I see stuff like
but
that.
But they're just getting warmed up.
Yeah,
so
it's fun for the fans to catch those.
Yeah, absolutely.
All
Thanks,
right.
Jeff.
So John has tomorrow's forecast after the break.
And thank you for watching CBS 19 News at 10.
Keep up with the latest headlines on CBS 19 this morning. It starts at 5:30. Have a great night.
See you tomorrow.